There is one thing I've been forgetting to do, which is the following. I forgot to use all these wonderful moss patches of Morelon. 46, holy shit. What you do is you use 2 at a time. Use them, not eat them. Wait for your dex to raise. And profit. Okay, there's only one dwarven quest left. After that, I'll be heading to another dungeon once again. But first of all, I want to talk about quest. A vile demon has been terrorizing our homely village recently. Find and slay the vile beast. Homely, doesn't that mean ugly? Hmm. Well, at least he's being honest. Return to me when you have succeeded. Okay, a wild demon. I guess I'll be going to another dungeon or something. Vile demon, where are you? Oh, whoop. Holy hell, there you are. Okay, I have 2 ways of defeating this dreadful greater demon. One is a straight up fight, but you don't want to fight this guy in melee because he has a stat draining attack, and I kind of like my stats where they are. Stat draining attack means you will lose strength points or learning points. He can drain any stat you have, and that's not nice. Fortunately, there's a rather simple way of getting rid of him. I'm usually way too much of... I like his XP way too much to do this usually, but there is really no real reason not to do it. And you're gonna do is you're gonna have him follow you along. Hello, greater demon. Yes, I'm here. Please come here. Please step on the altar. Excellent. And that is the easiest ever way to do this quest. Now, if you think that is hella cheesy and you actually want to fight that guy, I totally agree. It's actually the first time I've done it this way, but I'm trying to save time. You can do it. As a barbarian, you're faster than everything else thanks to your level 12 class power, and you can do it with arrows, and that's the way I would recommend because everything else really isn't expedient. Arrows especially because using spells you risk hitting a dwarf town citizen, and that is always bad news. So arrows or quarrels is the best way. You can kill him in melee, but you're going to have to lose some stats if you try it that way. Or you do it this way. Yeah, this is a real... It's borderline of an exploit, really. I kind of feel guilty right now, but everything in the interest of saving some time. Bonus points, my DT is very happy with me now. Okay, that was a quest. It's also the last of the dwarven quests you get if you talk to Thunda about quest. You don't have to talk to Thunda ever again unless you want to. Our village owes ye eternal gratitude. Take this as a sign of our respect. And I now own the lead-filled mace Big Punch. That's its name. Anyway, and this mace is a one-handed weapon, even though it is extremely heavy, and does respectable amounts of damage. But since I am completely untrained in maces and flails, almost completely, thanks to Bart, I'm not going to use Big Punch this game, and instead I'm going to sell it for some much needed cash. Actually, not exactly much needed, but I want it. Needed, wanted, needed. It's really all the same if it gets right down to it. And I could probably use some identifying. Do I have a blessed scroll of identify? Very likely not, so I'm going to use one more of my potions of holy water to transform this heap of 9 regular scrolls of identify into blessed scrolls of identify. That should be enough for the rest of the game, and the great thing about blessed scrolls of identify is this. Excellent. Now I can look at my items and see what I do. Checking for interesting things. Turns out one of my pickaxes is a pickaxe of slaughtering, and it's actually a really nice pickaxe. Still not better than my sword of sharpness, though. I've got undead slaying, more undead slaying, construct slaying, which is excellent for what I'm going to be doing relatively soon. I've got dragon slaying too, which is extremely excellent. Some more construct slaying. It's arrows of dragon slaying, right? Okay. I also have a climbing set. It's good. Ring of mental stability. Nice. And it is a ring of invisibility. That is excellent. The potions of extra healing are already blessed. That is also excellent. Well, going swimmingly so far. I have a crystal of knowledge. I'm going to use that one right away. Before I use it, I'm going to dip it in this wonderful holy water. Use the crystal of knowledge. My learning is up to 21. I now should get 5 skill increases per level, I think, which is going to be helpful. And I might also be making an attempt. Let me check my literacy score, 54. Yeah, I think I can try it now. At reading some of these spell books. Wondering which one would be the easiest. I'm going to try Magic Lock. I'm not very confident because barbarians, as much as it pains Hocus Pocus to realize it, it's just going to pain Hocus Pocus to realize it. Barbarians are not very good at reading books, but it's worth a try, I guess. You don't manage to decipher the contents of the spell Magic Lock. That was to be expected. I can try again. And now it partially drains my life force. I lost 3 HP. That is not good. Maybe one of the other books is going to have better results. Don't manage to decipher it. No, I first have to kill this kobold shaman and eat his large ration. Also, I have to use 2 more moss because I got a dex increase. Now I'm going to try using a book again. That didn't work because I keep getting interrupted. And now reading the book caused me to teleport. So as you can see, I'm still failing to read these spell books, which is kind of a shame since the spells in them are kind of useful. But it can't be helped. I'm a barbarian. Barbarians suck at casting spells, be they born in the star sign of Salamander or not. Okay. Okay, yeah, I remember where I wanted to go. I'm going to the Tomb of the High Kings. That sounds badass, like a badass place to be. Basically, it's another dungeon. It contains a pretty swell artifact, which is also required to advance past a certain point in that game. I could delay it until much later, but I kind of like doing the dungeon for the loot. And it might be that we're going to see another boss battle too. This one might be a bit less trivial than the others. A bit, though not really, because I do have undead slaying, so... Oh well, you're going to see what's going to happen in short notice. Once I get out of this stupid, annoying dungeon. I still didn't check what my first kill was, remember. Unfortunate. Okay, I have to dig into my cooked lizards. A climbing set so I can get over here. And get into this dungeon here. The UC, I have no idea why it is called the UC, but I'm in there. It's more commonly called the Tomb of the High Kings, because that's what you're going to find at the bottom. Oh, that's a dark room. I don't like dark rooms. Oh. Haven't been doing random dungeons for a while. There's a certain tension here. Oh. God, alertness at 100 is wonderful. Hey, look, it's a trap. Ooh, good thing I didn't spring it. A new potion of invisibility, which can be useful, even though I have a ring of invisibility now. By the way, one thing about rings of invisibility, don't wear them all the time, because then you will very quickly run out of food. I don't like hearing a distant wind. I'm guessing that's a tension room. Might be a mixed tension room. I have to be a bit careful. Do I still have monster detection in one of these ones? Nope. Do I have a scroll that has it? No monster detection here. I guess then it's like the... Oh. Okay, no, that is not a mixed tension room. That is a baby mixed tension room of insultingly easy. Please all die. Do you have loot? No? We have food. That's good, okay. It's good, I guess. I'm still not done. Loads of food. Oh, a bit of gold, I guess. That's nice. I can still eat more of this orcs. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, full of orcs now. I wonder where that vortex was. Oh well. The second level that you see is still a normal dungeon level. Then there are going to be 4... Whoops. You're going to die. Stop interrupting me. There are going to be 4... No, I think 3 cavernous levels. Much like PC5, which you should remember. And, oh, fuck you. I spent an entire potion of holy water on those. I still have 3 left. That should be okay. It's some orcs. It's not like I'm really short on holy water either. I got pretty lucky. And I have treasure hunter. And ooh. Some of the more experienced players of ADOM might know why I am reacting with a certain amount of delight. I'm not going to get in over myself, because while the ordinary ring has a very good chance of being the exceptionally wonderful Ring of Genie Summoning, it might be something else entirely. And I'm not going to check it until, well, a bit later. Actually, who am I kidding? Let's see. I have. I'm going to use one of my regular scrolls of Identify. I'm going to be finding a lot more of these by the end of the game. And use it right now, and... Oh. Okay. False alarm. Oh, that's kind of disappointing now. I feel bad. Oh, well, having a Ring of Slaying is pretty good too, I guess. But it could have been something even more awesome. Oh, you and your stupid Master Swordsman, and I hate these disarming guys. Here, eat arrows. Point blank. In your face. Thank you. Go back to using the Sword of Sharpness. It might be that some of the more experienced players are currently raging at me for selling Big Punch, even though I only have a Sword of Sharpness. Since Swords of Sharpness are only made of iron and are thus pretty easy to destroy. Come here, cat. Come here. Ha! Yeah, but I don't care. Big Punch is way too heavy for my taste. I tend to like not being strained with an exclamation mark all the time. And also, I'm stupid. And oh shit. That's a wall beast. Wait, I think wall beasts were the ones who were immobile. They can only shoot stuff. In this case, rocks. You have to be careful of wall beasts and living walls, because I think they're paralyzing attacks and they are very hard to actually damage. Fortunately, wall beasts are sitting ducks. Unfortunately, they can shoot rocks, so they're not entirely non-dangerous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use arrows and see if I can harm the wall beast eventually using those arrows. Dude is hitting me, but not doing any damage. Neither am I. Is this a kind of Mexican stand-up? Ooh, I'm wounded. I can't have that. I don't think wall beasts count as constructs. And I think it was living walls who do paralyzing damage. I really wish I still had that hatchet, because the hatchet of penetration would have been able to entirely bypass that thing's physical armor, and I would have had a really easy time defeating it melee. I should still be quite capable of defeating it melee. 48 plus 21. That's pretty nice. Well, it turns out that I should be doing enough damage with arrows, actually. That's at least 30 damage. So it has more than 30 PV. That's not good. Oh, I almost forgot that I have an even better option at hand. Say, how do you like fireballs? Moderately injured? Ah, I see you don't like them too much. Maybe you will want the second one. Yeah, I do. God, I care about the rocks that just got destroyed. Snow? Maybe you care for this third fireball? That's what I thought. Excellent. That's another level, and I have now 5 skill increases thanks to all the learning training I did. I really want a higher literacy score, but as you can see, literacy will only increase by 1 with each advance, so I will going to have to need not 5 skill advances, but 46 skill advances to get it to 100. So no. I could still do with whoops. I should probably increase climbing. Max climbing? It's the thing, maxing climbing and stealth only makes sense if I plan to do the Rift dungeon, which I might do for the sake of completeness, but don't have to do it all as a barbarian, so probably going to neglect those. There aren't really that many useful alternatives, however. I could probably do with some better swimming. I could probably increase my music skill. Who knows when that is going to become useful. And I got another dex increase, which means I'm going to be using more moss. And go down into the first cavernous level of the Tomb of the High Kings. There's a crystal statue. That's not very dangerous. I still have my soul sharpness, right? Yes. Good. There's a vortex somewhere on this level. To be a bit careful. If it's an acid vortex, I should switch items. But for now, I'm not seeing it. That was a pretty long hallway for a cavernous level. Yeah, pixie. Go fuck off. And I don't want to waste too much time in here, so I'm going to take the staircases directly. I can afford playing a bit, well, fast. My character is pretty powerful for his level. There's a caveman, bugbear. Come here. Yes. Where are the stairs? Where are the stairs? Turns out there's a river here. That could be annoying. I'm thinking I don't feel like wasting a teleportation charge just because there's a river. So I'm probably being steel zombie. I don't like you. But steel zombies are much easier to defeat than steel golems, which we are going to meet at some point. Well, I can go pretty far under the river. There's a kind of item cost bridge, but it doesn't go far enough, so I'm going to have to swim at least 2 squares. And the stairs are probably going to be on the other side too, so... Whoop, who was that? Who was that? You was that? You was that? You're dead. Isn't that funny? Going to get rid of the girdle, eat a stone giant. Oh. 1 second, I have to barf a bit. Eat the stone giant corpse. Get a strength point. Yes. Put the girdle back on. Anyway, I think I'm going to swim over there. Before I do, I have to... Do I have a waterproof blanket? I do. Okay. I should put all the water vulnerable items back in my pack. I think that's it. Whoop. Yep. I have more than enough swimming scores to go to do this. Get the sort of sharpness back out. Killing monsters with my bare hands is possible, but takes way too long for my taste. What's happening here? These monsters are actually fighting each other. Well, I'm going to fight the owlbear, and then I'm going to watch and see who wins. 20 gold on the Minotaur. This is boring. Ah, damn it! Now I'm out 20 gold. 1 second. How can I... Here I have 20 gold. Here I have some gold pieces. Dude, you won the bet. You don't have to attack me. Well, if you don't want the gold, please say so. Oh, come on. To go back to my regular weaponry. I'm going to be using regular arrows because I kind of want to keep the blessed ones in case I have to fight undead. Not really important, but I like doing things neatly. Come here and give me back my gold. Thank you. Must have been the worst day ever. First he defeats... that Chaos Sister just destroyed a Minotaur with her bare hands, only to be dying against a regular-ass adventurer. Oh yeah. That's what I was trying to remember to do. Get a large shield. Cure poison. Excellent. Where are the stairs? I don't want to be wasting any time. I'm guessing there's going to be enough killing, even without actually going out of my way to find it. And I am powerful enough. Give me that Glockenspiel. Oh, might be a good time any to try my wonderful music skills. Ding-a-long, ding-a-long, be a friendly cat. Ding-a-long, ding-a-long, be a friendly cat like that. Ding-a-long, ding-a-long. Yeah, it's not working. Stupid Glockenspiel. My moss is back. Come here, Ghost Lord. I don't want you hanging around anywhere in the level. I fucking hate you, Ghost Lords. Ding-a-long, even more fucking cats. But I'm fast enough. That was a mimic down there. And I am at the bottom level of the Tomb of the High Kings. Looky here, this is a sea. It's all water, but the water is red instead of blue. What does that mean? Deep water filled with tiny but cruel-looking red fishes. This is the Chaos Piranha Lake. If you know what's good for you, do not swim in it. Do not swim in it. You're going to die if you swim in it. I don't care how many HP you have. And if you don't end up dying, then you are too lucky for your own good. What you're going to do instead is make bridges over this water. Now you can do this in two ways. You can get a bridge building skill, fell trees, carry the logs all the way to the bottom of this dungeon level, and fail to build bridges because you don't have the skill to do it. And the only way to train the skill is to fail a whole lot. Or you can do it the sensible way. Cast Frostbolt if you're a spellcaster, or use a One of Cold if you're a barbarian. Now, I know my One of Cold is empty. I need at least 3 charges of War Cold. But I can dip the wand into one of my wonderful potions. I'm just checking which one I can. There are 3 potions I think that qualify. Boost mana, mana, and booze. I have raw mana won't work. I have potential mana also doesn't work. But I do have booze. So I can do this. Now I have 3 charges in my One of Cold. I can cast a Cold Bolt. Now, one thing to keep in mind. An ice bridge will only carry you if you have no more than 2,000 stones of equipment. Which means before I step on there, if I do it right now, I die. I have to drop equipment. I usually do it in one of the corners in around here. You can't just drop all your equipment because you're going to be needing some for the fight you're going to have to do. Well, in theory, you could drop everything and then pick it up while you're fighting. That sounds like a flawless plan that could never backfire at all. I'm going to drop these weapons, this equipment. I don't need to switch amulets either. I could probably drop everything in around here. I don't need these extra bows. I actually don't have a light crossbow, which is kind of a shame. I have to be on the lookout for a crossbow one of these days. So I might just as well drop all the crawlers too. I'm not going to be using this Scourgeowie or this boomerang. Blessed boomerang maybe, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to be fighting undead after all. Well, there's loads of stuff you could be dropping, but the important part is to get lower than 120 stones. I'm going to keep my wands and potions and my scrolls because you never know when you might need those things in combat. I'll be getting rid of my food. And the gold. The gems, I guess. Gems. I have enough food there. And I'm down to 1,331 stones, which is perfect. Wand of Cold. Excellent. Wand of Cold. And there I am. And I can now reach the door. Whoops, and there is... what is here? A skeletal king. Oh, holy shit, it's a monster. First, get away from... The guy has a confusion attack, so I want to get away as far away from the lake as possible. Thanks to my excellent alertness skill, I don't really have to be afraid of the magical attacks in any case. Excellent, now I'm here. I'm going to be switching to my arrows of dragon slaying to do it the easiest possible way. There you are. Eat arrow. Eat second arrow. Nice. Eat fourth arrow and fifth arrow and you're done. Slaying arrows are cheating. Plain and simple. This is how every fight works if you have slaying arrows. For as long as you have slaying arrows. So... I hate to break it to you. I could have done it in melee. I'm pretty sure. But the thing about ADOM is, why would you do something that has any risk of you dying? You can't reload if you die, so it's stupid to do it. And I'm going to be switching out at Ring of Protection for a Platinum Ring. The point is, Fighting as unfair as you ever can is really the way to go in ADOM. ADOM doesn't reward you for, well, it rewards you for playing smart, basically. And it really is a game about playing smart the entire time. Of knowing when to run, when to fight, and if you do fight, how to fight. It's really awesome like that, and I really don't want to waste any time fighting all these monsters right now. Because I want to be going on to the next dungeon on the agenda, which is Darkforge. I don't want to fight that guy, so I'm going to be swimming this way. Put my sword back on. My sword back. Kill this hull giant indiscriminately. Hill giant corpses don't really work too well, and I'm not going to bother. Oh, looky here. It's a will-o-wisp. These are pretty rare. Okay. Seen enough. And next level. No. I want to get out of here. Oh. Ah, wonderful moss. I'm gonna rub it all over me. All over me. Quite sensual. And that was the Tomb of the High Kings. Wonder how fast I did that one. And, oh, come on. Jackals, really? No. No, you don't. Kind of annoying. And here we are. Now, Darkforge is going to be a bit of a relatively high risk, but also high reward place. Darkforge has some excellent loot if you can get it. And if you have a wand of teleportation, you can get it really, really early and easy. I think because I have a lot of construct slaying, I'm not going to actually using the wand of teleportation. Because I don't have to, and instead try to kill all this. Oh, now I only have 29. Instead, I'm going to be killing all the steel golems for experience. I could do with some experience because level 16 is not terribly high for the stage of the game I'm in. I'm closing in on the Tower of Eternal Flames, and I want to a bit higher. Not terribly higher, but a bit. Okay, it's always the last place you look. Oop, a lightning vortex. I don't like you. But then I have shock resistance, and I could use this to my advantage. Good Sir Lightning Vortex, would you care to join me? The steel golem is badly injured by the shockwaves. Thanks for thanks for softening up that guy for me. As you can see, it still took like 4 hits to finally kill him. These steel golems are pretty nasty. And the fun part is, we're going to meet more of them. I can already sense the joy in your wretched little hearts. But I do have 8 arrows of construct slaying. Going to be abusing these stairs to not fight more than one of these steel golems at a time. Going to be using barbarian movement to get a bit of distance. And then use my arrows of construct slaying to, well, eat their guts. I could try a straight up fight for a bit. Actually, why am I in normal mode? I could use aggressive mode instead. As you can see, plus 8 to hit, plus 3 to damage for 40V isn't a bad trade-off actually. 54 PDV or 58 DV isn't that important. And I do need every bit of damage I can get, because these things have loads of PV. Oh, looks like that's going easily enough. You do have to be a bit careful about the damage, because their critical hits can be really, really nasty. I think I have enough HP, a security deposit, so to speak. But I do have to pay close attention to what's going to happen. I might have switched on caps lock by accident. Easy way to test. Okay. Ouch. I don't want my items consumed all the time. That's annoying. Okay, I'm going to be doing the unfair way of doing it for a bit with one of my replacement bows. Shame, because my replacement bows are not nearly as good as the one I had. Wait, I'm going to be waiting here for my HP to fill up. Again, this is really as unfair as possible. By using the stairs, you can essentially fight them one-on-one, which is quite preferable to having to fight them one after another in there. That is an Eternium Scimitar, which might be just about only slightly inferior to the Sword of Sharpness, and it's Eternium, so I can't get it, so I won't be able to lose it as easily. So that's a good thing to have. Oh, it's kind of annoying. I can't even heal up in peace. I think I can quicken the... Nope. Oh, I have Spend Suite. No. Yes. Okay. I think I'm going back in. Not sure how many steel golems are left in this part. That's 2. I can deal with 2. What a terrible time to get hungry. Going to shoot this guy. That didn't work. Oh, come on, die already. You see that? Yeah, okay. Eat that ration. Eat cooked lizards. And I am done with this batch of steel golems, so I can get back to exploring this level. It has some very weirdly placed secret doors in the right part. And in the right part of the level you can find this room, which contains a number of magical pools. These are very risk-reward kind of thing, and I'm going to be using them very soon for something rather, in order to maybe get a jackpot, so to speak. But before I do, I'm going to be checking the weaponry stashes and armor stashes in here. And fighting all the steel golems tends to give you a lot of XP, which is basically why I'm doing it. The entire level allows teleportation and is always built the same way, so it's possible to teleport directly into the goodie rooms with all the goodies and avoid the fighting altogether. I'm doing the fighting for the experience. 1 athletics increase. Some more swimming. I might be doing the water temple relatively soon. Maxing healing, never a bad idea. Music. Alright, some more steel golems. I like how each level gives me loads of HP now, which is thanks to my toughness score, and I don't like bleeding, so I'm using first aid. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. You're dead. And your little dog too. And some more of these guys. Which is excellent because it turns out I am strong enough to take them on hand to hand. Barbarians are cool like that. Come on, go die. Some more of these guys. Come here. I want to own you. Ooh. I'm down quite a bit in HP. So this guy is going to get a shooting. Going to be switching out my mosses for the Spence Weed, so I can quickly recover those HP and go for the, what was it, the armor stash. Ah, I can teleport. Whoops. I miscalculated the length of the stair of the hallway. That is unfortunate because now I have to find the way back. But I think there are no steel golems in the way, so it should be okay. Let's try this again. Excellent. Close, close, rope, rope, rope. Scale mail, not good. Bloodstained rope, chainmail, rope, scale. 196. I think that's Eternium. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that was disappointing. Usually there's normally at least one suit of dragon scale mail. Oh, goodbye, stun ray. Oh dear. This guy is pissing me off. I don't even take damage from the fire. He's just doing it to piss me off. Anyway, there's usually some dragon scale armor in there. And at the very least, there's some higher metal armor, which I'm hoping the scale mail is going to turn out to be. But I can live with... If there's nothing better than the ancient mummy wrapping, I can live with wearing that for the rest of the game. But I was kind of hoping I'd get lucky. Yeah, I fell into a pit and took serious damage. Like the adventurer I am. I keep forgetting I don't have detect traps. Okay, you're going to eat arrows, because I don't really want to have anything to do with you fucking idiots. There's also an artifact on this level, but I don't think I'm even going to bother getting it. Because there would be even more of these stupid ass steel golems, and I don't really want to fight even more of them. No, it's an Eternium axe, I should be picking it up. What's a warhammer? Broadsword. Ooh. That is excellent. It's a phase dagger. I'm going to be explaining what it can do at another point, perhaps. Mithril, adamantium. If it were Eternium, I'd get one. Heavy adamantium. Eternium? Well, or light. Adamantium two-handed swords aren't really worth it. That was also a disappointing haul. Yeah. Those quarterstaffs could be staffed as the Magi, but let's be serious for a moment. That's not a barbarian item. It was kind of a disappointing one, I have to admit. But I'm not done yet. I might still be able to score with these things. Now, I have to be careful, because drinking these pools can go sour pretty quickly. But at the very least, it's going to be exciting. First, use some more of this Spence. Start drinking. A water elemental. What an excellent start. Luckily, I'm strong enough to fight a water elemental. You hear a voice calling you Iceberg. Iceberg is a word that you should be remembering, because there's another point in the game where it can be useful. And the other thing about the message is I am now resistant to cold, which is not really useful. I just lost my poison resistance. I should be resistant to sleep. I'm lucky. Now I'm sick. But I have more than enough Koraya Mancocks to deal with that. I slipped and fall in. I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot. And that was that pool. Okay. Digestion calls down. That means I lost my acid resistance, which is not nice. Oh yes, snakes. More snakes. Don't you always want the snakes? You start a trip and the road to nowhere is cursed. I don't have to stop here. Now I'm invisible. I can see myself because I have the ancient mummy wrapping, so I only felt dizzy, but I can see in the bottom left that I am actually invisible. Here, moved by the sheer pleasure of this sip of fluid, means I am paralyzation resistant, which is excellent. And that was that pool. More snakes. Yeah, bloody pool. You feel much better. I think I got healed. Pure dwarven ale. Well, excellent. You feel much better. Got even more healed. Another pool done. No effect as far as you notice. I lost my invisibility. And I got it again. I'm wondering if it's permanent invisibility, because that would be extremely nice. The only way to get permanent invisibility, as invisibility that never wears off, is pools. I feel corrupted, and I actually feel corrupted enough to receive a corruption. Now I'm excited. Your feet suddenly transform into hoofs. Well, there is no greater dream for a brony like me. Okay, actually, let's be serious for a moment. This is one of the less dangerous corruptions. It reduces your dexterity by 6, which would be quite nasty, except I have this huge stash of mosses and Morelon. I'm going to be keeping this corruption. I can patch up the entire dex loss with moss patches and Morelon, and once I get rid of the corruption, I suddenly have 6 dexterity more than before. So this is actually a borderline beneficial corruption. There are very much more nasty ones. You seem to get less perceptive. Yeah, I can already see that because I have trouble making out the red on my screen. You feel more in touch with the world. Well, that's nice. I have a mana increase. I wish I could cast spells or hate them. Cast more of spells, and what I really hate is that effect where, because now I don't have my teleport control anymore. My ears start to bleed. You feel very, very bad, and now I'm doomed, and that means I am going to take my leave. Because once I'm doomed, I can't get the wish anymore, so what I'm going to do is going back to Dwarf Town, to the altar, and try to get rid of the dooming. Then going back and try to get a wish again. Being doomed is not fun. What you should avoid at all costs... Oh. Stupid keyboard! What you should avoid at all costs while you're doomed is entering dark rooms. Because if you're doomed, you might get eaten by a grue. I'm not kidding. You might get actually eaten by a grue. And that is a hella annoying way to go. Actually happened to me once. So yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of the dooming right quick. If I can. I hope I have enough gold. There is really only one way to get rid of dooming. Okay, there are several ways. The thing is, once I try to explain what you can do to deal with certain situations, I always think of several, because ADOM is a game in which you have several ways to solve each problem. It's awesome like that. Now the best way, let's say the best way to get rid of dooming, is with the help from your god. And to get help from my god, I'm going to have to go back to Dwarf Town, which is what I'm doing right now. And use that altar that is there. And it turns out my invisibility is actually permanent. Which is an excellent, which is just excellent at this stage of the game. Because being invisible means you can do something like this. I am the ghost that gets on everybody's nerves, and they can't hit me. Being permanently invisible is excellent, and it might be worth us drinking pools just to get it. Just to get that one feature. Might be worth it. I'm not really sure it is, because you can be invisible if it's important, using items. And the really big jackpot when you're doomed, when you're trying to drink from pools, is getting that wish. That wish is so important sometimes. Okay, first step, I'm going to sacrifice all my gold. And that was enough. Excellent. What I'm going to do now is, while I'm here, I'm going to... that's probably not really good. Neither is that one. Get rid. I'm going to be getting as much money as I can by selling all these really only semi-useful spare items. Oh, what the hell. Don't need that one. Don't need that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. No, don't need it. What am I doing? Keep the amulet petrification resistance, Sylphia. Don't be an idiot. Keep the amulet petrification resistance. Wonderful. Let's go on. Don't need it, don't need it. Don't... I need a second pickaxe, I think. I should at least keep it. A couple of nice weapons. I should be checking them very soon. C, Glockenspiel. Music is a nice toy, but right now I need the money more. Resistance, nah. Damage, nah. Fire resistance, nah. Searching, who needs that thing? More fire resistance, nah. Protection, no. Ring of the Fish, I might want to have. Ring of the Fish, I might want to keep. There's one thing I haven't done yet, which I'll probably be doing after Darkforge. I don't really want to scour through all the scrolls and so on. I want to keep the books. I don't want to keep these gems. More gold. And I'm also going to try out these weapons. Eternium Spear, Eternium Battle Axe, Phase Dagger, Eternium Scimitar, and that's really all that's really all there is. I want to check my weapon skills. Swords, axes, pole arms, roughly equivalent. So... maths. Yeah, the Sword of Sharpness probably is the best weapon. But the second best probably is that Eternium Spear. I think I'm going to be switching to Eternium Spear. There is a reason for it. I'm pretty sure I can find a very nice pole arm item at a later point in the game. Eternium Battle Axe, Eternium Scimitar. I'm gonna keep the Scimitar too. You never know. Also, it's very, very light. Doesn't weigh a lot. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is sacrifice this gold too. And that wasn't enough. I still have some items left I could sell. Don't need that one. I don't really... Sword of Sharpness. It's just going to burn some point. I don't want it. It's just going to burn. Metal stability. Who needs that? It's empty ones. Get rid of empty ones. I don't need that one anymore. I have a full one. I don't need that one anymore. These are all empty. And fire is not that useful. I already have one with enough charges in it. And who needs charisma? I don't need charisma. Useless. Pretty much useless. Useless. Ironically, I'm not going to sell the potion of uselessness because I know exactly it's going to be useful and they're excessively rare. Potential mana. Who needs that? Scrolls. I don't... I don't need a scroll of gold detection, but other than that, I might still want all of them. I need scrolls of dark detection. I don't need that. I'm just about done here. I'm going to check how much I get for the gems. Yep. Hmm? Yeah, sorry. Really. Okay. Now I have a bit more gold. Okay. Won't be enough gold to do the crowning. Oh, I can live without one. I can live without one. More importantly, I'm going to be going back to Darkforge. Yeah, not everything in ADOM makes it an excellent spectator sport. Sometimes it's a bit of running from one place to another. And you can do it pretty fast if you know what you, if you can get the controls to go that fast. It's still a bit annoying. It means you get to listen to me ramble a bit while I do it and eat this food. It's kind of nice that I don't actually have a carry capacity penalty anymore. I'm not even burdened because I got rid of all these items. That is going to be a benefit in combat, actually. So, no reason not to do that spring cleaning. I don't have replacement items, but the items I have are not that vulnerable to begin with. Also, I'm going to be collecting more loot in very quick order. And back to Darkforge. And back to the pool room. There we are. I feel inflexible. That, I think, is... What is that? I have no idea. Rising with snakes. Yes, yes. Get rid of the snakes. Screw off snakes. Snake! Butcher, 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 butcher. Snake, a snake. You suddenly remember your early youth. If I had any unnatural aging, I would have gotten rid of some of it. You feel jumpy. Oh no, don't do that to me. Feel reserved. Excuse me while I stop this video at this point and go back to doing a retarded victory dance.